go buddies, it is July 3rd, 2010. Why did I have to look at the clock to know it was the year 2010? I don't know. In any case, it's been, there's my segue. See, it's been such a long time since I made a video that I had to look and see what year it was. Or something. Anyway, I'm still in Japan, things are going well, and I'm reporting in this video about Mom and Dad that came to visit. Hey, this is actually a couple of weeks ago. Hey, I haven't made a video in a while. Hey. Yeah, so let's see. I showed up, and first I promptly got lost trying to find the hotel, and I was terribly late. It was crazy confusing, man. Like, no one had heard of the Marriott, you know. I later heard that even the taxi drivers had not heard of the Marriott. It was like, gosh, frick it. At one point I walked right past it, it turns out. Anyway, so I eventually found them, and then the first order of business was getting a haircut. Apparently my hair has been cut. I have relatively little awareness of this, but yeah. Yeah, it was actually my first haircut since arriving in Japan in April. So I went April, May, and half of June. It was almost getting to the point of my eyes, actually. I could kind of notice that. I was planning to get it cut at some point. Anyway, so Mom got to supervise that, and I got to impress Mom and Dad with my Japanese speaking skills, talking to my stylist, whatever you call them. Which is cool. There were other parts, though, where, like, I you know, screwed stuff up. Like, this whole time while they were here, I couldn't call them at their hotel, because the thing opens with, like, this robo, you know, thing, and I can't figure out what they're asking me for, and I tried, like, hitting the room number, like, that doesn't work. So, whenever we were discoordinated, I had to wait for them to call me, which was great, the aforementioned getting lost thing. But we saw the sights. Mom had a book of, like, you know, top things to see in Tokyo. One of them was the Sony building, which had some 3D stuff, a TV store, a insurance place, a restaurant, and a clothing store. Why do they have a clothing store? That was kind of odd. And we did a ninja restaurant. That was cool, and this guy did some magic tricks and stuff. I did karaoke. They get to meet some of my friends. That was cool. Then we took the mighty Shinkansen, which is like the super fast train, to Kyoto. And we saw fancy things in Kyoto. There was like a temple and a hall and a other thing, possibly a palace. I don't know. I have to keep all these straight. Honestly, I gotta. But it was cool to be there. And see what they had there. And we saw Imperial Gardens back in Tokyo. We saw the Tokyo Tower. That was neat. There's 2 stages of the Tokyo Tower, by the way. There's like the regular one, and you can pay extra for like the super tall. I don't think you need the super tall. If you're at the regular, you could see pretty dang well, and it was like half the price. That was cool. Oh yeah, there was a random like protest thing or something going on. I don't know what this was, but we were in a cab, and traffic stopped, and like there were. You could barely see like some black vans or something, and they were like shouting things in megaphones, and my Japanese wasn't good enough to figure out what they're saying. You couldn't hear it very well from the distance anyway. Could use some footage of that. So yeah, I tried Googling like Japan Tokyo protest thing. I didn't find anything. And we saw more template stuff and some shopping type stuff and other random sites. But mainly we saw each other. Actually no, there's one major thing I forgot to mention. They came to one of my classes. This is the same day as karaoke, so now I'm out of sequence or whatever. Jumping backwards in time. the one class I really like is cross-culture activities. It's basically a club disguised as a class. Just like each class period, students like, okay, you know, here's some game that we play in my country, and we all like play that game or whatever. So we did a bunch of things. We did like, you know, that game Boxes. We did like in teams. And the big draw was competitive simultaneous Pictionary.
Chad, you're a master artist. Chad, I have no idea what this.
And I had like crazy phrases I came up with, like, you know, bird riding a horse or whatever. And I showed it to people, and then they'd all draw, and they got all crazy frenzied, and that was fun. We even did some singing. I taught everyone, row, row, row your boat. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
Oh, sing it.
I did not know that was considered an age.
Michael Jackson lived.
And then we sang it in a round. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a stream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily down the stream. 3, 2, 1.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Merrily down the stream, a boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a
So that was really cool. Yeah. And the other things, you know, went out to dinner together with my parents and talked and stuff. And that was good. I was glad to see them. Glad that I'm finally making this video, and I shall be updating your blogs and other stuff. I could talk more, but how about we just make this video about the mom and dad visiting? I'm sure there are other things I forgot to mention, but I'm going to run out of time, I figure. So, thanks for watching. See you later.